Hello, welcome or welcome back. Today we are talking about something I think you're going to enjoy. It's about if you receive a text message that's unfavorable. Today I'm going to tell you how you can change that text message to be more favorable. So that's what we're doing today. Stick around. My name is Hedley Derenzie. I'm a qualified life coach, author, and I'm super passionate about the amazing teachings of the law of assumption as originally taught by the great American mystic Neville Goddard. It is the stories that we tell that get pushed out and reflected back as our reality. So if you want to change any part of your reality, you have to start by changing the story first. And if you want to create the most amazing reality, it really helps to know how to tell the most amazing stories. And that's where these teachings can really help, and that is why I am here. I want to help you to tell much better stories so that you can experience the reality that you want to experience. There are a number of different ways you can work with me. I have one-to-one coaching, I have quick coaching, I have group coaching, which isn't really open yet, but it's there. And I also have a free 21-day Set Yourself Up with the Ultimate Self-Concept course, which is the ultimate story you want to be telling. And I'm also on Instagram. All of those details you'll find in the comments box below, so check that out. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, so let's get into it. Although, before we do, welcome to my new office, which is part of my beautiful new home, which I manifested thanks to the law of assumption. Yes, these teachings really do work and they will change your life. So it's still a bit of a work in progress. There is crap everywhere that you can't really see. So I am still in the process of figuring things out and just working out, how I want things. But I did kind of make the time to go and get some nice backdroppy things so that it wasn't just a full-on just white wall. But yeah, it's fun. I'm having fun arranging my dream home into how I want it to look and feel and be and live in. And that is an awesome process. What else can I tell you? I had another little success story this morning. I've only got a desk, so I was wanting a chair. I needed a chair, and because furniture is hard to come by up this way because of the floods in recent months, I wanted a white office chair. So I just was like, okay, I need a white office chair. I want a white office chair. I was looking on Marketplace, couldn't find anything. And then this morning I went to get my coffee, and as I passed by this shop, there was a white office chair on the street with the sign free on it. And I just got my office chair. I just gave it a little clean and it's fantastic. It works perfectly. It's like a little swivel thing, and I'm just like, oh my God, that is just awesome. So I had to share that. I mean, these are the little things, but they're so awesome when they happen because it's like, wow, that was only a couple of days ago. I was putting it out there for a white office chair and bang, there it is on the street on my way to get a coffee, and I just popped it in the car and drove home, had a little chat with the guy, and it was cool. So what are we talking about today? We are talking about a really fun topic because I think you're going to like this one. I think we've all experienced receiving a text from somebody that was just a little bit unfavorable. It was not what we wanted. We had something else in mind, and then we get the text message and it's not what we want. It's actually something opposite to what we want. Now, most of us, or certainly in the past, certainly prior to these teachings, would just assume that's the way things are. And we might be disappointed. We go about our day feeling disappointed and just life goes on. Thanks to these teachings, you no longer have to do that because you can change the text. Everything happens in consciousness. Everything happens in your imagination. And when you take the spiritual perspective to life, which is that you're the cause of your reality and reality is the reflection of what you're doing in consciousness, then you can change anything because there is no time. Everything's happening now. There's no past or future. They're just concepts of consciousness. So if there's something that's happening in your reality that is unfavorable, you know you're the cause of it and you know that you can change it. And just because it's happened doesn't mean you can't change it. And I'm going to explain this a little bit further. If you receive a text message that is unfavorable, let's say from your specific person, that's a fact. You've received that text message, so that is a fact. However, we have associated fact with truth, and that is not correct. A fact is simply an assumption that has been held in consciousness long enough to solidify and harden into a fact. A fact only becomes truth if we hold on to the assumption that caused the fact. I love etymology, which is the study of language, because where words come from very much indicate the original meanings of the word. And the word fact means originally, it comes from the original meaning of external event. That's all a fact is. It's an external event. Now, events that are in our external world are the results of assumptions that we hold in consciousness. That's the whole premise of the law of assumption. Whatever the assumptions you're holding in consciousness of what's going to get pushed out, reflected back in your reality. So, whether or not you know consciously that you've been holding on to that assumption is kind of irrelevant, because if you have a fact in your reality that's showing up and it's unfavorable, you're the cause of it. It's coming from consciousness, and it's probably coming from a deeper place, a place that you're not aware of, your subconscious, a story that's very old, most likely comes from your childhood when you didn't have the conscious mind, you didn't have rationality in order to kind of filter through some of the things that were happening in your life and be like, yeah, that's not going to be helpful for me later on. I'm not going to take that on. As children, as babies, we take everything on. Like, we're living in the subconscious up until about the age of 4. So we're taking everything on, and we're making those assumptions about ourselves. So if somebody's like rejecting us, that's because we're wrong and bad and unworthy and all of that. And then we take those assumptions into adulthood, and all shit sort of happens, and we don't know why these things are happening, because these were assumptions that we picked up really early on. In fact, we pick up assumptions, we pick up states of consciousness while we're in our mother's womb. So based on the quality of consciousness your parents are holding when you're in the womb, you're going to take that into your life. Anyway, that's a whole other video. So when it comes to text messages, if you've received one that's unfavorable, that's because there's an unfavorable story running in consciousness that may not be clear. You don't even really have to know where it came from or what it is, just that you can change it. The way to change a text message is you simply go back into your mind, you rewrite the text as you would like it to be, you write what you would like to have seen in that text, then you hold that text message in your imagination long enough for reality to catch up to this new state of consciousness that you're now holding, to get pushed out and reflected back as a new fact. Now, we don't know how or when that's going to happen, because we don't have any control over reality. We only have control over consciousness, which is the cause of reality. Reality is the reflection of consciousness. So you do the work in consciousness. You change the text in your imagination. Then you play it out over and over and over long enough for the brain to catch up with, oh, that's actually what happened. And what you're doing with that is you're shifting your state of consciousness to a new state, to one that actually feels good, that like, this is a great story I'm telling. And then you're holding that assumption that, yes, this is the text message I'm receiving. And this feels good. This is what I like. This is favorable. And you just hold it. And reality has to catch up to this new assumption that you're holding in your imagination about this text message. It will solidify and get reflected back in your 3D experience. Again, you do not know how, you do not know when, and that shouldn't be your focus. Your focus is the text message in consciousness. So a fact that's occurring in your 3D reality does not have to equal truth if you do not want it to be. However, if you want to change the facts, you have to go into consciousness and change the story that got told in order for that fact to get pushed out and solidified and hardened into your external reality. It's super simple, but you kind of have to expand your perspective to a more spiritual one, which is one that's infinite and eternal, where you are a spiritual being creating and causing your reality. It's a very different perspective than the 3D perspective and the psychological perspective. You're taking a full-on spiritual perspective where all things are occurring within your consciousness and they're getting pushed out and reflected back. That's the whole premise of the law of assumption. These teachings are powerful. These techniques are powerful. You are powerful, and you can do this right now. So I hope that helps. Please remember, you are the stars of your reality. You are the superstar of your show. I think I said that wrong. That's okay. You're the producer, the writer, the director, and the actor in your movie. What you assume to be true will be so. So assume the best for you and assume the best for everyone in your movie too. You will have an amazing life. And this is my wish, my vision, and my prayer for you. If you would like support with any of this, I am available for coaching, as I said in the beginning of this video. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and comment. I love reading your comments. And if you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I would love to have you. And I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.